All right, so it's springtime, fire season prep. Time to start running and getting ready for the fire season. So if you're getting ready for the fire season this year, whether you're just getting on crew or you're coming back to the crew, or you think you're going to be starting in anything that's involves fire season or wildland, you're going to have to start to get ready. So today I want to go over how to get ready for running. But first off, I want to say be safe. Number one thing is safety. Don't kill yourself, and I mean that literally. Even though some of the tests don't sound very arduous, like the PAC test, which is what the Forest Service uses as an entrance exam, there are some cases every year where some people, they even get rhabdo doing something like that. And certainly as you start running and hiking and training, every year there's cases, just like there is spring training with football. If you're ramping it up too quickly and you're not prepared, you could potentially hurt yourself. It can cause permanent damage, such as rhabdo, which has caused kidney failure. And you don't want to get yourself hurt. You just want to ramp up your fitness and get ready to go for the fire season. And so that's what I'm going to be talking about. So first of all, running. Why do we need to run in the fire service? And why do you need to run to get ready for fire season? Well, a lot of jobs have certain running parameters as benchmarks. For example, in the Forest Service, if you go on their website, they recommend that you be able to do a 10:30 mile and a half. And why running? Well, we don't run on the fire ground. We don't run up the hills in tennis shoes. We're wearing boots, we're wearing packs, we're hiking. But they, being the agencies and everybody that works for the agencies, have decided that it's a good, it converts well how well you can run and how well you PT on running and how well you're going to perform on the job. So they do have some PT entrance exams or selection process that is based on running a lot of times. So the PAC test is easy. That's going to be walking. I'm going to be talking about running. You're going to be running as part of a crew, as part of the training. You go for trail runs. If you don't like running, you're just going to have to get used to it, and you're just going to have to find a love for it. Love trail running, love getting outside and getting to be outdoors in the beautiful weather. A lot of people do it for free, and in the wildland, you're going to get to do it on duty as part of your job to stay fit. So just find a love for it and get used to it and start to enjoy it. Okay, so now how should you be running? So if we're talking about part one and we're just going to start running, so I don't want you to run with weight, and I do want you to find some places with some terrain like this. If all you have in your city is a track, it's a good place to start, but you're going to have to get out in the wildland on some uneven terrain and practice running. So you can practice running motorways or dirt roads. You can practice running these trails you can find all over the place in city or state park land. But I recommend finding three. So find three trails or routes that you're going to run and train to improve. So if you're doing a different route every time, you're really not going to know if you improve. But if you got a few routes, time yourself. So time yourself, see what you're capable of, figure out where you're better at pushing on the uphill or recovering to be able to run the flats. But something about, from 1.5 to 3-4 miles on the long end would be okay for you just getting ready for the season. But have a few routes and time yourself and see, and then do it again, and then do it another time, not in the same day, but when you come back to return to that same run, you can compare your times and see if you've gotten any better. And then the other thing is, when we're running, we don't want to run with weight. You're going to have some good trail shoes or running shoes, and just get your technique, your breathing, and just start building that cardio. It's going to take a few weeks, so give yourself time to adjust. Later on, I'll be going into hiking and getting ready for that, and that's more when you're hiking or running, not running, but hiking and using weight. But for the trail running, just go unweighted and just practice getting better at that. But if you aren't being smart about your training, which is what you need to do, you can actually hurt yourself. So be careful as you train. Start out easy and work your way up. All right, so we've just been talking about running for a bit. So get ready, whether you're hitting the motorways, some switchbacks on the trails that'll go side to side to get to the top, or even have some parts of the trail that get you on the ridge, and you can push yourself with different and varying incline. Time yourself against the clock, push yourself, compete with yourself, competed against friends, but let's get ready, get in shape for this summer. Share this with anybody that you know that's getting ready for fire season, because we're talking about running today. So let's get out there, hit the hills, and get ready for the fire season. Good luck.